In this video, I'm going to show you how to create custom audiences of previous customers that you have, or maybe if you have a customer list that you're getting from somebody so that you can target them with Facebook ads. In addition to this, I'm going to show you how to set up a dynamic way to update that custom audience list with new data once you get it using GoHighlevel. Very first thing that we're going to do is jump into our actual ad account that we want to create the custom audience in. And inside of the ad account on the left hand side here, where the menu shows up, we are going to be choosing the option that says audiences. All right, once you're in the custom audience section here, this is where all your custom audiences are going to show up. If you've never run or ever set up a custom audience before, then obviously this is going to be blank. You're not going to have all these options in here. All you will do is have an option to create a new custom audience. Now, even if you do have, this is how we'll create one. You'll find this button that says create audience. We're going to click it, and then you will have two options in here. One is custom audience and the other one is a lookalike audience. We are going to create a custom audience. From this screen, Facebook will allow you to select your custom audience source. Now, you can create a custom audience for various different sources. Here where it says meta sources, we have anything that lives on the platform. These kind of sources do not require really a pixel because if people are watching a video that you post or a reel or engaging or commenting or anything like that, it's already being tracked. Same thing goes for anything that's on platform. That means your Instagram profile, all your pages, all your page views, engagements, anything that lives on Facebook, Facebook tracks. These other sources are your own. For website sources, you need to have a pixel installed on your website, but the one that we are going to be using and covering today is going to be a customer list. I'll probably make a video on some of the other sources, but this is the one that I want to focus on. Customer list just means that it is a list of your customers, your previous customers, your past customers, or even a list of people that you've acquired or you've bought through a data service or some sort of data broker, etc. What this does is that it tries to match those identifying parameters to Facebook people who use Facebook, and if it finds a positive match, then it adds that as a user to be able to retarget. So typically the more data you have on somebody, the better it's going to be. When you click on next though, Facebook now brings you to a section that shows you what the guidelines are. From here, all I'm going to do is click on next, and Facebook is now going to tell me to add my list. Now, make sure that your list is imported correctly. This is very, very important because if it's not imported correctly, then there are going to be some data fields that typically do not match. If you download this template here, Facebook will show you exactly what that template looks like. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it, and they're going to tell you right here. And the thing to pay attention to here is going to be these headlines. For email, they want email. Phone number, they want phone number. You may not have MID, you may not have a few other things if it's your own customer list. But for first name, it's going to say FN, last name, LN, zip code, city, state, all those things, as much data as you possibly have. All right, so once you have your data sorted out, just go ahead and find the CSV file that is, that's got your customer database base, drag and drop it onto the file picker there. Once you drop it in here, we basically want to scroll down and just kind of give this an audience name that we want. There are a few other pieces of information in here. So like if it contains a customer value column, that could be very important. Let's say that you're selling an item that's at least $6,000 and you want to include a column in there that says, hey, each customer could potentially be worth $6,000. It'll help you with sort of, identifying what your return on your investment is once you start to get conversions on this. But if you don't have anything, it's fine, it's optional. Next thing that you want to do is if you want to put a description in here, also optional. But from here, all you want to do is click on next, and then it will tell you exactly what fields it mapped and where it needs help, for you to identify certain things. So for example, it mapped two fields. It's going to be the phone number and the email address. Those are the fields that it mapped. And then I have other things in here that it didn't quite map, like the first and last name. I need to identify these. Like that's going to be the first name, and I'm going to go and choose first name, and then this is going to be the last name, and I'm going to go in here and just kind of choose last name, and that's going to feed, those are going to be the fields. Contact ID, I'm going to just choose not to map, and there's an empty row for business, and I'm going to choose not to upload as well. This is why it's very important that you follow the guidelines of the template that you have, because if you do not, you're going to encounter this issue where you're going to constantly come in here and manually have to map things. If I would have followed the guidelines of my template and labeled my column LN for last name, FN for first name, so on and so forth, then it would have found matching columns, and I wouldn't have had the need to come in here and do these things. Now from here, all I'm going to do is click on import and create, and it's going to upload my custom audience list for my previous customers into a custom audiences. It's going to tell me that I imported 1,444 rows, and from here I can have other things that happen, right? I can create the next steps, I can create lookalike audiences, I can create, campaigns, etc. Although I'm not going to do that, I'm going to click on done, and once I click on done, I will see my custom audience list show up here, and it's going to go and try to populate that, which means it's going to try to find a match for those phone numbers, email addresses, and names. And if there is a match, it's going to create, an ability to retarget those people. Now, one of the most important things to note with a custom audience list like this from previous customers is that this list needs to be somewhat dynamic, because every month that goes by, you're probably getting a new list of leads, a new list of customers, a new list from some source that you need to update. And in order to do that, you can come over here, click on this list, and click actions, edit it, and then add customers or remove customers based on certain parameters. Now, this becomes a real pain in the behind, because you don't want to constantly be doing this. And this is where GoHighlevel comes in. Now, all my leads when we run Facebook ads are connected to a simple GoHighlevel account. This is how we run ads. This is where all of automations take place. This is where all our customers live. This is pretty much, our operating system, if you will, for the back end of all our ads, our customers, our conversions, everything. One of the things that GoHighlevel allows you to do is to create and to send custom audiences based on data. So what I'm going to do here inside of GoHighlevel, on the right hand side, I'm going to click on automations, and inside of automations, I'm just going to go to my folder here, and I'm going to create a workflow. I'm going to start from scratch, and I'm going to label this something that makes sense for me. I'm just going to say dynamic custom audience, because I want this audience to be dynamic. I want people to either come on the list or come off the list based on certain data points, or based off of certain, steps that there are within the sales process. The first thing that I want to do here is have a trigger. I want to identify when I want my custom audience to be updated. I like to use tagging systems because they allow for flexibility and allow me to do different things. What does that mean exactly? Well, when a customer enters my GoHighlevel account, whether that is from a Facebook ad or from, a Google ad or from organic or whatever, I typically have a source. I tag them based on where they enter. One thing that I also like to do is tag them based off where they are in the process. So if my contact has a tag and I'm going to say that they actually viewed my demo video, if they viewed my demo video, then I want them to enter this workflow. So that means that if I'm running Facebook lead ads, or if I'm running Facebook ads, let's say for a service business, and the service business is a painting business or a garage floor epoxy business, let's say that I get 100 leads this month, but out of those 100 leads, 75% of those leads actually engage in a conversation and reply back and forth. And out of those 75 leads, I'm able to send, 30 estimates and close 20 of those, right? That means that I want to retarget, or I want the custom audience to include all the people that I've had conversations with. Now, at any step in that process, I can tell GoHighlevel, I want you to send this data to the custom list and add one more person to that list based on based on the actions that they took, right? So for me, I'm going to say tag. Anytime somebody has a tag of view, I'm going to click here and I'm going to say search for Facebook, and I'm going to add this to a custom audience. Now, when I choose this action or inside of the workflow, it's going to ask me, hey, what ad account do you want to choose? And at this point, I will go ahead and pick my ad account that I want. And at this point, it's going to ask me, hey, what audience ID should we update? And I'm going to go down to my drop down menu, and I'm going to see the list of homeowners that I already created. And I'm going to click on this list of homeowners, and I'm going to save and update that as well. Okay, so now everyone who comes in that into my CRM or into my GoHighlevel account that eventually has the tag of view demo applied to it, it will go through this workflow and it would add one more contact to the custom list there to update on the Facebook side of things. That means that I don't have to come in here and click on this list. I don't have to go to actions. I don't have to go to edit. I don't have to go here to add customers and just add one more person to this list and update it every single time. It is actually being updated dynamically. Now, there's a bunch of use cases for this, and there's other things that can happen. Like you can remove somebody from a custom list as well, or you can add people from a custom list based on actions, based on tags, based on different stages in the pipeline. Let's say that I am tagging these people here, but if they become an actual customer, I want to remove them from the custom audience. Here's how that works. I can come in here and create an if that statement and say, hey, I want the person who comes through here, I want you to also check to see if they have this tag applied. If they do not have the tag, if the tag does not include this here, add them to the custom list. But if the tag includes that, then I want you to go ahead and I want you to remove them from that list, right? So I can go here and look at Facebook and I can say remove from that custom audience right here and go through the same steps, choose my ad account, choose the audience that I want to remove them from, and then I can even go ahead and add them to an additional audience. So now I'm dynamically managing that custom audience list and keeping it clean. How this is useful in the real world is sometimes when you buy a list of people, when you buy a list of prospects through either a data broker, for example, it'll give you a big list. You can go here, plug the list in here and have that dynamically update. You can have, that list feed into GoHighlevel through an API or through Zapier or something, and then have that list dynamically be managed here and have a dynamic custom list on Facebook, allowing us to really refine targeting to get better quality leads, to get higher quality people through our ads without having to do it manually. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. If you liked it and learned something, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. It does really help me. And I have a link in the description to GoHighlevel. If you guys want to take a look at it I think there's a 30-day free trial in there. Go ahead and take a look at it. If you've got any questions, let me know, and I'll try to get to them as soon as I can.